Hi, guys. Hi. Listen, we are talking about the dynamic laws of prosperity. This is an amazing book, you guys. For anybody that want to change their lives, this book is by Catherine Ponder. Let me just read you some of the chapters, child. Okay. There's gold dust in the air for you, the shocking truth about prosperity, the basic law of prosperity, the vacuum law of prosperity. And I just did the vacuum law of prosperity. I'm expecting some really great things to come in, which they did, because I had my son clean out. The vacuum law means you actually start getting rid of stuff that's in your closet, in your home, things you don't need, to bring in more abundance. So I cleaned out my garage. I'm cleaning out some closets and stuff like that, just getting rid of old stuff that I know I don't need and I can't use anymore. That's going to start bringing in prosperity. I'm going to go to that chapter because it's such a powerful chapter, chapter 3. But I want to talk to you about my favorite chapter, which would happen to be on page 111, right? This is about writing out your affirmations, which I do every morning. You write out your affirmations on what you want to manifest, and trust me, things will start manifesting for you. But that was on chapter 3. What page? Tell me what page. The method is all powerful. Let's see, chapter 3. Let me go see if I can go to the index. Let's see if there is an index. I don't remember if that was or not. It is, but it does. Okay, here it is. The vacuum law, page 41. That was very powerful, so I'm going to go to that one first, because the vacuum effect, the vacuum law of prosperity, you guys. So listen, it says, you have heard it said that nature orbs a vacuum. It is particularly true in the realm of prosperity. The vacuum law of prosperity is one of the most powerful, though it takes bold, daring faith. Okay, hi, thank you for the thumbs up, to set it into operation, as well as a sense of adventure and expectation to reap its full benefit. When the person is honestly trying to be prosperous, when a person is honestly trying to be prosperous, is thinking along prosperous lines and still fails, it is usually because he needs to invoke the vacuum law of prosperity. Basically, the vacuum law of prosperity is this. If you want greater good, greater prosperity in your life, start forming a vacuum to receive it. In other words, get rid of what you don't want to make room for what you do want. That was me with my old relationship. We were addicted to each other, couldn't leave each other alone, kept going back and forth with each other, not in that space like I did before. I thought we were meant to be together. I thought he was my twin flame and we were supposed to be together, but I realized he was not. He was sent to me as a lesson for me to learn. Hold on. My son just sent me a message.
Hey, Mama just made it home. Was seeing when was a good time to start hitting over there.
Okay, let me contact Tracy and see what time she can head over here, because I think done what she had to do, and then you can head over. So where was I? So if there are old in your closet or furniture in your home or your office that no longer seem right for you, if there are people among your acquaintances, that was me holding on to old relationships I was supposed to let go, and friends, old friends too. He was one of my friends, but always have a lot going on. But when your friends have something going on, you don't want to abandon your friends. You want to be there for them and help them, and that's what I was doing. But I don't know what to tell you. He stopped communicating with me. And so whatever. I just have to let it go. I don't chase people. If you don't want to be chased, I don't chase people. I'm a Virgo. First of all, I believe if you're not chasing me, I'm definitely not going to be chasing you. You can forget about it. Okay. So, oh, thank you. Thank you, my love. That's exactly what I said on my post. They deleted my page somehow. I don't know why, but they deleted my Instagram. So I had to create another one. I stayed out for a while just to finish working on my master's. I finished my test and I'm working on the thesis. I probably should have stayed off till I finished the thesis, but I had to come back because everybody was calling me like, where are you? I miss you. I miss your post. I miss seeing you. And somebody was targeting me. And so they kept reporting on my pictures, and those clowns shut down my page. So I'm still fighting it. I don't know if they deleted my page or what, but I want my old page back. All my followers were there. So thank you so much for finding me. Loved your videos. You're so talented. I'm so proud of you. Anyway, let's get back to this. So there are people, acquaintances, and friends that no longer seem congenial. I had to let some uncongenial people go. That's how it works. There are people in your life you have to let go and you don't want to. Oh my God, I can tell you it's one of the hardest things to do because your heart is tugging at you saying, no, don't leave them. Those are your friends. You want friends. You love friends. Oh, and you don't want to let them go even though you see that they don't know how to be friends. They really do not know how to be friends, and you keep giving them chance after chance, and you realize this is just not working. It's too hard. Friendships are supposed to be easy, and sometimes those people are the hardest to let go, especially if you make them a part of your family and they become a part of your family. It's really challenging to let them go. It's not as easy as you think it is. Seem like it would be. This towel behind my head is getting on my nerves. That's my workout towel, but I can't have that behind my head, so I have to put it on the floor. Anyway, and friends that no longer seem congenial begin moving the tangible and intangible out of your life in the faith that you can have what you really want and desire. Often it is difficult to know what you do want until you get rid of what you do not want. Oh my God, that's so true. I can tell you that I've been with my ex for 15 years, going on 16 years. And I love the fact that we were friends first before we got into anything. And that's what kept us together for so long. But when you're with somebody and you're not progressing with them, you're not building anything, you're just together and you never build anything or do anything together, you have to know that the relationship was not there for you to be into it, to make it like, oh my God, this is the person I'm gonna be with forever. The person is there to teach you a lesson. They're normally going to be those people that trigger you, make you, drive you crazy in some areas of your life. And those are the people that are there to teach you a lesson, not for you to go marry. That's what people get. I thought I was supposed to be with him forever because I had never felt this way about anybody before. I mean, I loved him so deeply. But I never loved anything like this before, and then when I realized it was still not what I needed. It's kind of hard to describe, but the relationship was a lesson. He was not put in my life for me to be with. And so there was a lot of lessons that came with that relationship. So I'm really thankful for it. I don't have anything bad to say about him. I never will, but it was just not for me. Especially with me, I like to spoil my man. I like to spoil my man rotten, like literally, like do things for him, cook for him, buy him clothes, buy him cologne, buy him trips, and, just all kind of stuff. And my ex didn't want me to do any of that for him. That's when I realized, okay, you're not the man for me. I mean, because he wouldn't let me do anything for him. I couldn't bathe him. I couldn't put him in a tub and give him a nice bath. He wouldn't take a shower with me. Have you seen my fucking body? Who doesn't want to take a shower with me? He's the only man that I know that don't want to take a shower with this woman. It was just the craziest thing. Anyway, we were just so incompatible. That's my point. But I didn't believe that. I felt like, oh no, I really care for him. We're gonna work things out. I know he loved me. We're gonna work things out. But no, we were not meant to be together. He was just meant to make me wake up to who I really am as an artist. Really, he really helped me wake up because of if you don't know what you want in a relationship, guess what? Guess what shows up? Anything like this, like flabby arms and flabby hands. That's what's going to show up. If you don't want flabby arms, you have to work out. If you don't want a flabby lover, you have to work your internal inside out, which means you got to work on your abandonment issues, unworthy issues, drama, trauma that you've had in your life. You got to start going into your body in meditation and healing yourself and telling yourself, I am healed and released from that. I no longer carry with me those hurtful feelings and those things, and let that stuff go. I done went on to a whole nother tangent. We were talking about the dynamic laws of prosperity. And drinking out a copper cup, and it says, I can't adult today. No adulting, okay? So, but let's read the last sentence again. Often it's difficult to know what you do want until you get rid of what you do not want. Now, I kept trying to hold on to this relationship myself too, because I was trying to hold on to the relationship because I cared for him and I know he cared for me. And I like the tenure. I like that we've been together. We're still friends. We're still trying to make things work out. And it was not meant to work out. So I had to let it go. Now, in order for me to get what I really want, I literally had to sit down with myself and have a conference with the girls on the inside. We all have multiple people on the inside. It's not just us. It's not just the body that you see. We have multiple. We have millions of spirit guides that guide us, and then we have those that are just there and they're lazy and they're not doing their job. That's why you don't have what you want. And then you have those that are waiting for you to invite them in to help you do what you're supposed to do. So I've been inviting my spirit guides to help me heal the inside of myself, help me get to the channel of get the right program and get the right meditation, get the right internal healing, because you can't get healing on the outside of yourself. Healing only happens on the inside. So you have to work on your own internal crap, your own stuff, your baggage. Everybody comes with baggage. So how to do that? Through meditation, through script writing, writing it out, through journaling, having a journal, writing your stuff out daily, processing your thoughts and your feelings. Writing is therapeutic, so it will help you tremendously. Okay, it says let go of the lesser. That's the next title here. Inevitably in your life experiences, you'll find that when the good you wish has not appeared, it's usually because you need to release and let go of something that to make room for it. New substances do not flow easy into a cluttered situation. If you want greater good in your life, what are you letting go of? Letting go of or getting rid of to make room for it. Nature does abhor a vacuum, and when you begin moving out of your life what you do not want, you automatically are making way for what you do want. By letting go of the lesser, you automatically make room for the greater good to come in. Recently, a couple used this vacuum law of prosperity in furnishing their new home. From their former home, they brought only the furniture they really liked and felt appropriate for their new atmosphere. They fearlessly gave away a great deal of their old furniture and simply left bare spaces in their new home, visualizing these spaces filled with all kinds of furniture they definitely wanted. For a while, nothing seemed to happen, but they remained steadfast to their vision of beautiful, appropriate new furniture. Then one day, the husband, who works for a large company, was placed on a merit point system. As he produced certain prosperities results for his company, his points of merit increased. These points could be applied toward a number of tangible rewards. One was furniture, right? So a businessman had been trying for a number of months to sell his home because he was being transferred to another state. He heard about the vacuum law of prosperity and realized he had earnestly desired to sell his home for a number of months, and he had done nothing to form a vacuum effect of any kind through which he had desired good to manifest. So he sat down quickly in his study one day and mentally pictured each room of his house is empty, just as he would after the house had been sold and he hadn't moved out. He visualized a vacuum of emptiness everywhere, and then made notes concerning the furniture mover he desired to handle the move, and mentally worked out all the details, plans of the move, just as though the house had been sold. Within a few days, a buyer appeared who really liked the house, who really liked everything about the house, and gave him a check for the thousands of dollars equity as well as for the down payment involved. So look, what you put out, you get back. Form a vacuum effect around it. So even if it's one for your health, they have one form effect for your health. It says whenever your data form a vacuum, the substance of the universe then rushes in to fill that empty space. This applies on the spiritual, mental, and physical planes of life. A businessman got very sick, and for weeks under his physician's care, every possible thing was done for him mentally, but by his doctor, a very fine physician. But it seemed to no avail. This man just got weaker and weaker. His body was filled with poison, and nothing seemed to dissolve it. Finally, one day, while suffering from a high fever and a deep cough, the man remembered the vacuum law and realized that there must be something that he needed to release. Since he knew what a powerful effect the mind and emotions have on the body, perhaps there was some mental attitude or emotion feeling that he needed to let go of. So he became very quiet and silent and asked the divine intelligence to reveal to him what he needed to release. Suddenly, he thought of a person against whom he had been holding a strong grudge. He had said a number of unkind things about this person and had gone to great lengths to hurt him. He mentally reviewed the events between them that had cursed the grudge, that caused the grudge, and has later and his latter desire to hurt that person. As he honestly thought about it, he realized that the other person may have not known that his feelings had been hurt from the event that took place, and that perhaps there was no reason for him to hold a grudge at all. As he laid in bed with a high fever, he began to declare over and over, I fully and freely forgive you. I loose you and let you go. So far as I am concerned, that incident between us is finished forever. I do not wish to hurt you. I wish you no harm. I am free, you are free, and all is again well between us. And in a little while, a feeling of peace, quietness, and release came over him. For the first time in very many nights, he slept peacefully. Uh, the morning his fever was gone, and his physicians declared that the poison had miraculously left his system overnight. At long last, he was on the road to recovery. Through forgiveness, this man had formed the vacuum needed so that the new life could restore his body to health and his mind to peace. Okay, how awesome is that? So you can form a vacuum around health, money. If you want to bring in money, you tithe money. You make sure that you tithe what you have. I'm gonna go do that myself because things have been a little different, and I'm gonna go do a tithing to my church where I am spiritually fed. But I normally give tithe to my mom. I go and feed her and take care of her and make sure she has food and everything like that because she doesn't like the food at the nursing home a lot. So I go to the store and I buy her food and I go cook it for her and take it to her. So there's one here on forgiveness is the answer. Now, I can tell you for sure what unforgiveness does. Unforgiveness poisons your body, it poisons your spirit. Everything about you will be poisoned if you are holding on to unforgiveness. It and unforgiveness is the answer. Now, my throat is getting a little tired, so I won't read on, but it's a great book. Then there's a forgiveness technique. Here's a forgiveness technique that can form a vacuum for whatever goods your life seems to need just now. Sit for half an hour every day and mentally forgive everyone that you are out of harmony with. I do this every day. Feel badly towards, or are concerned about. If you have accused anyone of injustice, if you have discussed anyone unkindly, if you have criticized or gossiped about anyone, if you're legally involved with anyone, mentally ask for their forgiveness. Subconsciously, they will respond. In like manner, if you have accused yourself of failure or mistakes, forgive yourself. I do forgiveness work for myself and for anyone that I have harmed knowingly, unknowingly, every day now. Forgiveness can form the vacuum that will undam your prosperity and success. Mentally declare to others, God's forgiving love has set us free. Divine love now produces perfect results, and all is again well between us. I behold you with the eyes of love, and I glory in your success, prosperity, and complete good. It is good to declare for yourself, I am forgiven and governed by God's love alone, and all is well. It's really good to declare that. Doesn't that sound great? It should make you feel better about yourself. It should make me feel good. I like to do my stuff in writing my book. I like to use red pen, but I left it upstairs. I have my red pen right here. Oh, thank you. I have my red pen. I like to outline my stuff in my book so I can remember especially those affirmations. They're powerful. You do affirmations and declare certain things, you're going to feel better because saying words are saying spells. That's why they have a spell out stuff. Spelling, you're actually casting a spell. Hi, Keith, how are you? Yeah, you're actually casting a spell, so you do want to spell out stuff. So, um, but listen, what was that other one that I had? There was a couple of good ones. But listen, so it said, and then I once talked to a lady who was having great difficulty in her marriage. Her husband was on the brink of losing a very fine job because of his drinking and instability. When I suggested that she let go of those ideas about her husband and form a vacuum for greater good to come, uh, to come to them by forgiveness, self righteously declared, "There is no reason for me to forgive him. There's nothing to forgive. I love my husband." But I suggested some kind of vacuum. Anyway, I didn't want to read through this whole thing because my throat is getting a little tired. Yeah, I'm on YouTube. I just releasing this magnetic. This is such a dynamic book, and I want to introduce it to everybody. But The Dynamic Laws of Prosperity by Catherine Ponder. And I listen to it every day. And it's like I just been really sharing it with everybody to help people really learn how to move things that are stagnant in their life, like, love, or, stagnant energy in the body, and all kind of stuff. Shadow Bake. No, I haven't. You're talking about I thought it was OnlyFans. I was on OnlyFans. I haven't put anything up there. Right now I'm working on my thesis, so I haven't had a chance to uh do anything, which I need to get back to. That's what I'm getting back to now. I'm working on my thesis right now for my master's degree. So I got my chiming bowl here too. What you say? Good food for penile enlargement. There is no food for penile enlargement. If there was, they would probably never be able to keep it in, because every man wants their penis to be bigger. There's no food that's going to make your penis grow bigger. If you hear somebody tell you that, don't believe them, because there's no such thing, unless it's something a new food they came out with that I don't know about. What, the chiming bowl? Yeah, it's a little. I do this too. I do sound therapy for people who they're out of alignment, they're blocked in their chi, they can't manifest things in their life. This will move energy. You just place it over their body from their head all the way down to their body, and you chime it. And I use it every day. It's so peaceful. It really brings you into alignment, and clear out your space before you go into meditation, especially if you've been around a lot of people. Sound therapy is very good for you. Very, very good. I use it every day. And it's really calming. That's why the meditation music I listen to as well. I believe I'm more drawn to the ones that have the chiming inside of them in the background, like in that binary beats in the background. But you guys, I just really want to really be really be mindful that this book, The Dynamic Laws of Prosperity, keeps expressing the C note. Yes, exactly. It keeps expressing how to form a vacuum effect around what you want, to really do list writing, to really write out the things that you really want to manifest. And it gives you a little synopsis on the back of all the chapters that's in here. But it tells you the ancient law of prosperity, work, a mighty channel for prosperity attitudes towards money, the prosperity law of increase, the prosperity law of command. This is just such an amazing book because it's going to give you all of the she's going to give you examples of how to use this. A lot of books will tell you what to do, but they don't give you examples of how to do what they're telling you. This book gives you a practical way it tells you exactly what to say to bring in more abundance wherever you need it. Hi Alex, how are you? Namaste. Thank you for being here. Keith is here, and 1028 is here. Thank you for being here, you guys. I appreciate it. I just want to come on and talk about, like I said, really writing out meditation for anyone. Meditation is for everyone. If you do not know how to meditate, let me tell you briefly because it's so simple. Meditation is quieting your space, uh, maybe taking your lights down lower, lighting a candle. I have a candle behind me already lit. Um, shoots. Lighting a little sage. You have a little cauldron like this with a piece of sage on it. You can light that. You can light a candle, light an incense. Get quiet. You're gonna sit. You can sit directly up on a little pallet on the floor. You can sit in a chair. You can sit on your sofa. You can sit on the side of your bed or sit up in your bed with your back towards the headboard so that you can support yourself. Um, Thank you, Keith. Absolutely. Don't forget to come back. Oh, I'm back on Instagram. I don't know if you were on my Instagram, Keith, but I'm back at Reverend Dr. Goddess Mona. Okay, because they deleted my other page, so that's where I'm going to be. I'm there a lot. You know, I'm on my Facebook page too, but I'm back on my Instagram as Reverend Dr. Dr. and then Goddess Mona. Okay, so I'm just clearing that space, but I want to just, tell you guys about the vacuum effect. The vacuum effect is basically getting rid of stuff you don't want in your life. That can be people. It's really hard for me. Once I love somebody, I love hard. And it's hard for me to let people go out of my life. I noticed that about myself. And so with that knowing, I'm really, really mindful who I put in my space. I've been asking the universe to bring me very successful friends. Because the friends that I had, if you're trying to do something with your life and you have very successful friends, guess what? They're gonna have the means to help you to do the things that you need to do. If all your friends are not really doing well, they all living from paycheck to paycheck, you are who your 5 closest friends are. You are. You're what you attract and what you do and how you are in your life. You are those 5 closest friends. So you have to know who you're hanging around. Don't hang around a whole bunch of people who are not doing anything with themselves. They're not progressing. They don't have a plan. They don't have a 5-year plan. They don't know where they're going. They don't know what they want. They're pretty miserable. They don't have a lot of good things happening in their life. You don't want those kind of friends, do you? Unless that's your life and you're the friend that I'm talking about. And that's okay too, because you can always change that. You can always work on yourself, work on your plan, get a script out, get a little notepad. And every morning when you get up, you should write out the things that you want to manifest for that day. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I wrote the day's date and I wrote out what I would like to have for the day. Okay, that is it. It's got my nose going. I think I was waiting for my son too. He was waiting on him to get back with me. Tracy. Hey, beautiful. My son is ready. What time can you head this way? Okay, I'm training my son how to do massages, hot stone massages and massages, so that he can add that on to the things that he do and he know how to do as a young man. So I'm teaching him that today. I'm doing a class, and then he's actually going to start working at my studio and doing the massages for the females. They're going to really like him. He's so handsome. So that's what I'm doing today. But you got to write down things that you're grateful for. You know what I'm saying? If you have turmoil with somebody, you want to write a list. You want to write a note to that person and tell them that you forgive them. I forgive you, like that book, like the answer here on page, what was it, 47? It was saying, to let people know, you need to forgive somebody. You can mentally do telepathy and tell them you forgive them. You can also write it out and say, whatever we had, the animosity we had towards each other, I release it. I forgive you. I move on. You can also do a forgiveness practice like I do in the morning and just mentally go through my whole list of everybody that I may need to forgive. And really, it's the same people over and over again because I don't really have animosity with people, but I always ask the universe to, please, I want if I have hurt anyone knowingly or unknowingly, I ask them for forgiveness. And then I always forgive myself for things that I have done knowingly or unknowingly that would have benefited me. And so that has been helping me. And normally there is a documentary I love documentaries. So that's what I watch. So there's a documentary, and they actually show you video of them putting these electrons on people's brains and then taking them through a forgiveness exercise. And you can see the brain with all the turmoil and all the stress is all red at the top and everything. And then you can see what it looks like before they do the meditation and release the forgiveness work, and then after they do the meditation release work, and the brain changes, the person's body changes, their body start healing, it start healing itself. And that's what forgiveness does. So definitely work on, if you have any problems with forgiveness, forgiving somebody, definitely go through. It's not for them, it is for you to forgive them, because they've gone on with their life. They living on. They not worried about what you're doing. You holding on to unforgiveness, and they have moved on. So anyway, I'm going to get going. I'm finished working on my thesis. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm going to go to my Facebook. I think my Facebook won't let me go live, but I got to finish working on some work. So namaste, namaste. I'll be back later.